Hey everyone, I'm Nina Zadeh with Sidewalker Daily, and in today's video, we are going to talk about social media posting tips. I'm going to give you tips, basically like a checklist of things you need to consider before you post on social media. Now, as a business coach that works with tons of different people, social media strategy is something that comes up time and time again, especially Instagram for a lot of the influencers I work with. And what it comes down to is I see people just kind of a little bit all over the place when it comes to their social strategy. And I don't even think a lot of the creators I work with even think about social media strategically. Everything that I propose and coach and push is having a strategy behind it. That way, this just kind of helps you feel good with your overall social media plan. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing some solid tips that you guys can implement right away to make sure your social media posts are awesome. So my first tip to ask yourself, I guess, in this social media posting checklist is, what is the intention behind my post? This is probably the most important piece of the social media strategic puzzle, so to speak. Now you may be asking, Nina, what do you mean by my intent? I need intent. If you're posting just to post, you're not doing anyone really any favors, yourself or your audience. You don't want to go into something to just post to get something up there, You want to be posting to create value or to have some sort of, impact on your audience. Now, I understand not every single post has to be meaningfully deep, and I'm not saying that, but there needs to be intention. There needs to be an understanding, okay, what is the purpose behind this post? Is it to create brand awareness? Is it to show off my creativity? Is there a call to action? Am I trying to drive traffic to a blog post I did, let's just say? What's my purpose behind the post? And I think once you can identify that and ideally tie it into your monetization strategy, like how you're making money, then you're going to be in a really good place to start. And I don't want this to boggle you guys down and set roadblocks for you not to post. It's just to think about it strategically before you press publish. It's just so that you're like, okay, what was the purpose of this post? Maybe it's just to create a conversation, and that's fine. But thinking about it in that way will help you feel better about what you're putting out there. My second tip and checklist item would be, does this post align with my branding? Now, if you're an influencer or a content creator or anyone that really wants to have their own personal brand on social media, you yourself are your brand. So whatever you post, promote, tag, endorse, that aligns with you. You guys should be looking at yourselves as a brand, not just like, oh, I'm a random person posting on social. And brands, take it from me, I've done social media for hotels and tourism boards, and every single post that we put up there is really thought out, and we want to make sure that it aligns with our branding, it aligns with our key messages, right? So I'm kind of speaking in brand talk, but as an influencer or content creator, to make it relevant to you guys should be having niches. You guys should be having key messages of yourself that you're trying to align with. So you're going to really want to ask yourself, does this social media post align with my brand, with my messaging, or is it just like a totally random post? And again, also what you promote is very clearly aligned with your brand. Is it something you would be proud of 3 years from now, 5 years from now? Is it something that you would be okay with if someone on the brand side saw, or someone that you potentially want to work with sees? Again, that's how you need to be thinking about your social strategy. It's not just, trigger to post and going as fast as we can to just get something up there. I want you guys to think about if it aligns with your brand. And hopefully you guys are thinking yourselves as brands. My third tip, or checklist item would be the quality of the content. I am such a quality versus quantity type of girl. I cannot even drive that further. It's so much more important to have quality content than it is just to, put something out there. Again, tip number one, with the intention and what it goes behind it. I'd rather have you guys have less posts but more quality ones versus a bunch of posts and there's no quality behind it. And quality can mean a lot of things, right? If it's on Instagram, it can mean the actual picture or photo that you're posting. Is it, cropped? Does it look blurry? Does it not make sense? Instagram's a very visual platform, so you're going to want to make sure that you're posting high quality content for that platform. You're going to also want to determine, which platform it is that you're posting on, and then determine what does quality look like for that space. Like TikTok, it doesn't have to be super well polished, but it needs to be creative and clever, right? That's what does well on TikTok. So make sure that the quality of whatever it is that you're posting is something that you would be proud of and feel good about. My next tip is captions. Captions actually is kind of linked to the quality, right? So what is it that you're actually saying? Make sure that your caption is not only meaningful and actually valuable, but check those typos and check to make sure that everything is like properly said from a grammatical point of view. I can't tell you the amount of times that as on the brand side, I've wanted to work with a creator and then see like sloppy messages in their captions, and it's just kind of a turnoff. So make sure that those spelling errors are out. And really use your captions as a place to show your brand, your tone, your messages. Think about them creatively and ask yourself, does this caption reflect what it is, that I'm trying to put out there? Does this caption add value to my audience? Is it something, maybe it's not, like I said, a meaningful, deep caption. Maybe it's just something funny, but that aligns with your brand and that aligns with your messaging, and that's fine. It's just having that thought process of, okay, does this caption make sense with my overall social media strategy? And another thing for the Instagrammers out there, captions are a great replacement almost for blogs. You'll hear people talking about this a lot, the concept of micro blogs. So using your caption as a place to really sort out information and then telling people on the other end, save this post. So that way you're driving saves to your Instagram posts. You want people to save it and come back to it. To refer to it, and that gives the Instagram post a longer shelf life versus just getting lost in the feed. Another tip is to ask yourself, does this post that I'm putting out into the social media world have a call to action? It doesn't necessarily have to, but I always like to drive some sort of call to action. Maybe it's just engagement. Maybe it's just asking your audience to engage with you at the end. Is it a call to action? Are you driving, a call to action, by the way, guys, is just getting your audience to actually do something, not just, read the post. Is it asking your audience to click a link in your bio? Is it, which, should hopefully drive traffic to maybe another social platform that you're promoting, or your blog, or I don't know. I'm just trying to get you guys to think. What are the call to actions in the post, if any? So again, while you're going and doing your social media posting, I want you just to be aware. Even if there's not a call to action, I want you to be aware that there is not one. And that way you feel like you did it with purpose and intent to not put a call to action, but at least you're aware that you should even be thinking this way. Another tip for social media posting requirements is asking yourself, did I update the link? A lot of times bloggers and creators, they have link trees or they have landing pages where they have links to a bunch of different things. If you're doing a post and you're telling them, check my link in bio or swipe up, but you're not updating the right link, that's a big fail. And I see even big brands making these mistakes. You want to get super organized. So if you have a link that you are trying to drive traffic to, just double check that it's the right link and that you actually put it in there before you're promoting it in your post. Another tip is tag and mention brands. Is the post actually showing a brand product, or is there someone that you could tag in this post? This is a great way to get brands to actually notice you guys. So you want to ask yourself, am I tagging the right people? Am I tagging accounts that are going to reshare my content? Am I mentioning and making sure that this post is actually optimized to the best of my ability? Again, this video is all about requirements, not requirements, like a checklist. So it won't always apply to all, but let's just say you're doing a post and you want to tag a brand. Make sure that's part of your checklist requirements, that you're okay, this post I'm promoting XYZ. Let me tag them just so that they can see it. Even if it's not sponsored, you want to get brands' attention, and tagging brands in your posts is a great way to do that. This leads to another tip, which is geotag. This is a great thing that everyone should be doing on social media, is geotagging their posts. This helps grow your awareness, your reach, because people that are looking up that geotag or that specific place will stumble upon you. And if it's content that they feel really that serves them and they find valuable, you may get a new follower out of it. So definitely geotag your posts when you can. And my last tip for this video when it comes to social media posting, like checklist, this is so important, is am I sticking around after the post to engage with the people who engage with me? Now, what I mean by that is if you're gonna just post and then get really busy and not be able to engage with the people that react immediately, you're doing yourself a disservice. You wanna make sure that you're actually available 15 minutes before you post and after to help drive engagement. So what I mean is before you post, if you're on engaging with people before and then you post, and then people engage with you and you're engaging with them as it happens in real time. This just with any platform helps the algorithm drive up your visibility. So make sure you're around specifically after you post to engage or answer anyone's questions that they may have on your post. So hopefully you guys like this video on social media tagging and checking and all that good stuff, making sure everything looks good before we post. It's super important to think strategically. If you are interested in videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you made it this far in the video, definitely click the link below. I have 2 things that I wanted to share with you guys. One is our group coaching, where I work with 15 to 20 other creators just like you in a group setting, and we always have open enrollment, so make sure you check that out. And if you're not ready to work in group and want some one-on-one to talk about your social media strategy, I've also included a link to work with me one-on-one. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.